If you've played World of Warships Legends for long enough, then you have experienced the dreaded blowout, where one team instantly dominates the other, often within the first 5 minutes of the game. The result is conclusively clear to everybody. Either the red or the blue team is going to come out victorious, and there's nothing that the losing team can do about it. This kind of blowout game shares at least one common thread in my experience, and that is the destroyers die very, very quickly. Destroyers are the most influential class of surface ship in this game, primarily because they are the stealthiest. That allows them to get close to the enemies and therefore spot the enemies without being spotted in return, providing the team intelligence data, being the eyes and ears essentially, allowing the team to shoot or torpedo the enemy, whatever the case may be. Destroyers are also very good at taking capture circles. Obviously, capture circles give you a stream of points income, and you hold on to those streams for the duration of the game, gives you a better chance of winning. So destroyers want to spot, and they want to take caps. And oftentimes, you see those caps being taken within the first 2 minutes of the game very quickly. This Bravo cap is turning red. Obviously, there's an enemy destroyer inside of it, but we're not inside of it yet. We've launched our torpedoes at the battleships. We've been spotted. We're reversing into the cap. The battleships are behind that island. They probably can't shoot at us. And the enemy destroyer is pushing straight into us. It's a Yugamo. Now that he's spotted by us, he really can't escape. He's got to smoke up, but it's too late. He's basically already dead. Even though he's disappeared, we know right where he is. Our final salvo makes contact. Yugamo goes down. First blood. Our torpedoes make contact with both the Marlboro and the Yamato behind this capture circle. And the 2 remaining enemy destroyers have been spotted near Alpha. So we know that if we just park our destroyer right here, smoke up, we can farm the Marlboro with impunity. We don't have any torpedo threats to worry about, and at this point, the game is basically decided. There's a chance, I suppose, that those 2 enemy destroyers might take out our destroyer in Alpha, but one of them is caught by what appears to be a cruiser, and I guess that one that's pushing into the destroyer at Alpha, well, he wasn't very successful. It was a Shimakaze going after a ZF-6. He's gone down. This is why games end so quickly, because the destroyers instantly push in and instantly sink. The team has no eyes, no ears. They can be shot at safely from their enemies, and there's really nothing they can do in return. Thus, if you play destroyers, it is crucial that you remain alive for the full duration of the game. That's the only way you're going to have any kind of meaningful battle impact, and that's the way you're going to set your team up for success. Oftentimes, that means not pushing straight into the capture circle. You don't always have to do it within the first 2 minutes. Instead, you can fulfill your other function, which is gain intelligence data. Spot the larger ships, monitor the caps, play near them. When they start turning red, a really good tactic to employ is to, instead of pushing straight into the cap, reverse into it. That way your bow is pointed toward your team, and if you get spotted and you can't see the other enemy destroyer, then you can hit the full throttle and retreat toward your team. Hopefully your team is playing with you, and they can shoot at the enemy destroyer if you happen to spot it, but basically, what I'm saying is play safer. Be a little bit more conservative, especially in the beginning of the game. There's a time and place for aggression in your destroyers, and that's often near the end of the game, not near the start. In the beginning, try to value your hit points a little bit more, gather that intelligence data, and think about your moves before you make them. Don't just rush in trying to quickly take the capture circle so that you can torpedo the battleships behind it. That's not going to win you games. Food for thought. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this short video. If so, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.